You stop listening to people who never have anything good to say to you and or about you. They never have an encouraging word, just straight judgment. There are some people, when you start realizing that every time you go to them for advice, every time you confide in them, every time you're trying to get some kind of encouragement, support, or help from them, and all they give you is negativity, that's when you stop listening to the things that they have to say to you. It is not normal to ask somebody's advice or opinion and everything they have to say in regard to you is always negative. One of the telltale signs that you are dealing with a jealous, envious person is that when you go to them for advice, they never have an encouraging word for you. They never have anything positive they want to say to you. They can never see the upside of your situation or your circumstance or the thing that you're going through. It's always something negative. So I'll give you an example of this. One way people who are sometimes secretly jealous or envious of you show that they're secretly jealous or envious of you by never offering you any kind of positive words is that they always affirm your doubts. They don't want you to see the good in situations. They try to highlight the bad things. So let's say, for example, you have a friend and you went to them about some advice pertaining to your job. Maybe you had a bad day at work. Maybe you feel like you're on the brink of losing your job. Maybe you feel like a coworker is being unfair toward you. This kind of person who always has some kind of bad advice, they never have an encouraging word to help you. They will always see the other person's point of view before they see yours. They call that playing devil's advocate. Now, I understand trying to see all viewpoints, but if somebody is your friend, if they are truly your friend or they care about you, they are going to at least have one positive thing to say to you that will make you feel good about that situation. Many women have to get to the point where they realize the people they're going to for support are nothing more than jealous, envious haters, or they're miserable people who don't want to see other people doing well. I say that to say, when you come to somebody for advice or you come to them for help and they're always telling you how wrong you are, those people, and I'm going to say it exactly how it's coming to me, oftentimes those are not the people who are going to support you. Those are people who are secretly envious and or jealous of you. They will take a stranger's point of view and opinion over yours before they support you. That is not normal, not all the time. So you stop listening to people who do not give you any positive or encouraging words. They always have some kind of strict judgment. People who are often very jealous and envious, they will listen to your problems, they will listen to your issues, but they will never offer anything positive to make you feel better. The root of envy is people believing that you do not deserve the very things that you have. So when a person does not listen to you with the intention to give you some kind of encouraging advice, some kind of motivational advice, something that is going to help you be better and feel better in your situation, but instead they try to make it seem as if you are always the problem, these are typically your people who are very envious and jealous of you. Now, I can hear somebody saying, well, maybe sometimes you are the problem. Maybe they're not giving you positive advice because you don't deserve it. Maybe you are the problem. Nobody is perfect. But when you start realizing that listening to people who always, I don't mean sometimes, I mean they always give you something negative and try to make you out to be the problem, this is what you have to understand about people who are miserable, jealous, and envious. You will always be the problem in any situation simply because they're threatened by who you are and what you have as a person. So if you have a 6-figure job that they are jealous and envious of, and you tell them that you're having problems in that job and you are trying to get some kind of advice or positivity from them to encourage you, they will try to encourage you away from that job in hopes that you will downgrade. This brings me to the next point. When you stop listening to people who never have anything good to say to you and or about you, they never have an encouraging word because they're envious and jealous of you, these are your very people that hope that things don't work out for you. Now, I want to say this. No matter what people's thoughts and feelings and intentions toward you are, whatever bad advice or negative words they speak to you and or about you, if you are mentally and spiritually strong enough, none of that stuff has to affect you. You can recognize the signs of other people's jealousy. You can recognize the signs of other people's envy. You can tell when people are trying to push off their own negative opinions of themselves off onto you, and you can disregard it. But when you stop listening to advice from people who don't have anything good to say to you and or about you, they will never give you an encouraging word. It's often tied to the fact that they believe that somehow you deserve whatever it is you're going through. A woman who is jealous of another woman's relationship, her seeing her go through different situations or problems in her relationship, that is going to give them some kind of twisted satisfaction to see that everything is not perfect, to see that everything is not, great in your household. This is the reason why, as women, understanding that you don't need to listen to everyone who only has strict judgment for you and never have any encouragement for you is one of the signs that people are often very jealous or envious of you. See, a woman who starts seeing these kind of things, your wisdom and your discernment gets to a level where you start understanding that there are certain people that you just do not need to talk to, especially when you're going through it. If you are going through something, the last thing you need is to talk to someone who never has anything good or positive to say to you and or about you. There are some people, you will get on the phone with them and talk to them about your situation, and by the time you are done with that conversation, you feel 10 times worse than what you felt before you got on the phone with them. This is the reason why, and this is just how I believe spiritually, there's a verse that says you have to try the spirit. You have to try the spirit of the people you're speaking to. You have to understand if whether or not they are able to handle good news, if they are able to handle hearing that everything is not perfect in your life and not use it against you. A part of a woman protecting her mental health and her peace is understanding that talking to the right people when you are in need of support, that can either make or break your mental health. That can make or break your peace. So you stop listening to people who never have anything good to say to you and or about you. They never have an encouraging word. And that's normally because they're jealous, envious, or just miserable in their own lives. Another reason why I think some people do this kind of thing, where they can never offer any kind of good or positive words of affirmation or encouragement to other women, is because they're jealous of those women. Sometimes if a woman is jealous of you, seeing you down and in tears will make her feel good in that moment. I remember a while back looking at an old clip. I don't remember if it was Love and Hip Hop or one of the Housewives clips, but one of the women, she was previously cheated on, and this young lady was sitting at the table. I don't know if it was Tammy Rivera, one of those ladies, was speaking about how she was cheated on. And the woman who experienced cheating in the past, when she heard that she was cheated on, she got a little smirk on her face. hearing and seeing this woman cry. I say this to say, miserable, jealous people, sometimes seeing you go through the same things that they went through, instead of having the mentality that I wouldn't wish that on anybody, hearing you talk about these things openly in front of them will give them some kind of satisfaction. This brings me to the next point. When you stop listening or talking to people about things because they never have any good advice or any encouraging words for you, you not talking to them is helping you to better deal with your situation. Now, I am not saying that if you're going through a tough time or you feel like you need to talk to someone, that you shouldn't seek support. I would never encourage that. I hope that being on this channel and listening to my videos is encouraging and supporting and helping someone. But even in person, I hope that you can find at least someone, be it a trusted friend, family member, therapist, pastor, someone you can talk to. But the issue is that there are some people who carry such heaviness and bitterness and resentment toward other people that hearing things about you will make them kind of push off their own feelings about self onto you. I say this to say, when you stop listening to people who never have anything good to say to you and or about you, and especially when they try to make you out to be as if you're the problem all the time. I want to sit on that for a minute. When people are jealous and envious and they never have anything good to say to you and or about you, never anything to encourage you, sometimes the woman you are can cause people to want to see the worst in you. The reason why you have to understand this is that so that you don't feel so bad about yourself when other people try to make you appear as if you are always the problem when you are going to them about problems. Some people who are jealous and envious of other people, they can never see your point of view because they are jealous of who you are as a person. The more stand up you are, the more you try to stay out of problems, the more you try to stay away from drama and confusion, the more some people want to push that image onto you. So when you stop listening to people who never have anything good to say to you and or about you, they never have an encouraging word, it always appears that you are the problem to them, it's because they've already decided in their mind that they don't like you. There's something about you that's making them feel uncomfortable. And because of that, they have to make you out to be the problem. They can't really see your point of view because they don't like who you are as a person. Now, bear in mind, sometimes you don't have to do anything negative for people to not like you. You could be spreading positivity. You could be spreading motivation. You could be helping people in need. And there will be people who do not like it because they're not the ones doing it. People who never have anything good to say to you and or about you, and they always make it appear as if you are some kind of problem or issue, sometimes, more times than not, it's because they're threatened by the person you are being. There's nothing worse for a person who does not have their life together than to see you doing well. So when you have a problem or something heavy you need to talk about, it's like they won the jackpot, like they just won some kind of prize of seeing you in a vulnerable state. This brings me to the next point. When you are dealing with people who never have anything good to say to you and or about you, they can't offer you any kind of encouragement. They're always looking for the worst in you. These are people you need to protect your vulnerability from. Being vulnerable in front of the wrong people is not going to help you as a woman. There are some people, they are so wicked, so manipulative, that they want to take advantage of your vulnerability. Now, as women, Even if you have that feminine way, that feminine essence, if you are more soft, more classy, you're not necessarily that woman warrior. A part of being strong as a woman and protecting your vulnerabilities from jealous, envious, or people who just want to be able to take advantage of you is to not allow them to see you in a vulnerable state. There are some women that you have to be like a soldier around as a woman. When you are dealing with people who do not have anything good to say to you and or about you, you are going to have to put armor on to protect yourself from that emotional manipulation, from those attempts to try to mock you in moments of weakness. You are going to have to put that armor on, that strength, that strong woman armor on, and protect your vulnerabilities from people who will seek to exploit you simply because they are jealous and envious of you. Look, I know this might sound some kind of way, but I'm going to say it anyway. There are certain women that you cannot cry in front of. You need to dry up your tear ducts and keep it together. Because for a jealous, envious person, and some women have these issues in the workplace when they're around a lot of other people, especially other women, allowing them to see you cry, that is given the impression, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with tears. As women, we cry. But when you're around people who are vicious in their speech and how they speak to you, you're going to have to suck it up and be as strong as you can be in that moment. When you get in your car, cry. When you go to the restroom, get it on out. But when you all know that you're dealing with people who have nothing negative or positive to say to you, you're going to have to maintain that strongness so that you can protect your vulnerability from the wrong people. So you stop listening to people who never have anything good to say to you and or about you. They never have an encouraging word because they're envious of you. Protect your vulnerabilities. Use wisdom and discernment when it comes to getting advice and support from certain people, because every listening ear truly does not care. Sometimes they actually get a kick out of see you going through. Be mindful of who you are talking to. Like and subscribe to this channel and share this content. Hit the notification bell so that you're aware when I post a brand new video. If you watch this video until the very end, put the cute little high heel emoji in the comment section. I absolutely love to see it. Take care.